Hey y'all, it's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Next Gen NYC Season 1 Episode 4 review. So on this week's episode, we see Charlie at his nasty ass apartment rolling up. And he turns and talks to the producers and says, edit this out if it's going to make me look like a bum and like my house is just nasty. Just edit this out. And I'm like, they're going to use this even more than what they were probably going to use it. Like they're going to keep flashing back to this because you want to be a rich kid of Beverly Hills so bad, and you are living in this nasty, trifling apartment with dishes everywhere, clothes, weed seeds, and everything just everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if you got roaches and rats up in that apartment. You should be ashamed, okay? Money cannot buy you class or good hygiene. Ugh, disgusting. Ariana and Hudson finally find the apartment of their dreams. However, they have gone over budget. Their budget was $6,000, but the apartment ended up being $10,000. Baby, I love New York, but ain't no way in hell I could ever live out there. Ever. The prices are redunculous. That apartment here in St. Louis would run you probably $1,700 a month. Like, child, I got a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 2 kitchens, 2 fireplace, a deck, a whole patio. What else I got in this? A movie theater, a sitting room, a garage, storage room, and my rent ain't nowhere even near that. Girl, I can't, but hey, they got it. I love it. All right. Charlie lunches with his dad, Anwar, and his girlfriend, Talia. And Anwar is rubbing it in Charlie's face that he doesn't have a woman like Talia in his life. And in that moment, it became very obvious to me that Anwar likes to jab at Charlie and one up him. It's like I don't want to say competition because it's really no competition, but it's like they are in competition with each other, but it's more so Anwar being in competition with his son and liking to look boy him and show that he's better than him. It's a very weird dynamic, and it's very honestly sad to watch. And I want to feel bad for Charlie, but then again, I can't because he's a prick just like his daddy. Like, he is his father's son. His father is an elitist. He don't know how to talk to people. I did not like the way he was talking to the waiter. Like, the waiter didn't make the food. He brought it out to you. He talks, this doesn't have enough, it looks dry. I'm like, who you talking to? If I was that waiter, I would have spit in that shit. Cause y'all crazy talking to people that serve y'all food. Crazy. And then don't think that they gonna do nothing to it. Like, girl, bye. But yeah, the father's very condescending. He don't know how to talk to people. And Charlie is his twin. Everything that he don't like about his son, he don't like about himself, and vice versa. Ava tells Dame about what happened with Charlie and how he was rude to her and the situation with Riley. And I was very shocked at the way Dame handled it. For a minute there, I thought he was about to go back to 1999 Dame. He was like, wait a minute. He disrespected you? And Ava was like, yeah. And she tells him what happened. But he really gave sound advice. He was like, does he have a relationship with his mother? What's the relationship like with his father? He was like, he really needs to figure out why he has an issue with women, And I was very surprised and happy with the way that Dame handled it, because I just knew old Dame was going to come out. Because if this was Dame 10, 15 years ago, Dame and some niggas would have rolled up on Charlie and probably whooped his ass. Period. And I honestly wouldn't have been mad at him. Georgia has a boyfriend named Omar. I don't know if he's mixed. He ain't white. I know that for a fact. But he works in crypto, finance, something like that. He's a suit and tie guy, finance guy, whatever. And Georgia is starting her own nightclub, and he's going to partner with her on it. And the whole time I'm watching them converse with each other, I'm just looking at him like, oh, so you nasty too. You trifling too. Two trifling fuckers together, because we know that this girl don't wash her hands and sit on public toilets and all of this jazz. So you do the same mess then. It's okay to you. Yeah, y'all both nasty. I would never eat at y'all house ever. Okay? Nope. I wonder how his family feel after seeing this and seeing that she nasty and trifling. Gross. Ugh. Ariana and Riley link up and they talk about what happened with Charlie, and Ariana, vows to Riley that she will forever have her back and that she will punch somebody in the face if she has to. And I really like how they have rekindled their friendship. I really like it. I really honestly do. Charlie, Georgia, Brooks, and Dylan go to Anwar's home upstate to kick it for the day. Talia and her daughter, and I guess some of her daughter's friends are there, these little young girls or whatever. And on the way there, therapy comes up, and Georgia brings up how she's been in therapy since she was like a little girl. And she says that, her parents grew up poor to middle class. They became lawyers, started their own firm, and 9/11 happened. And something in that triggered her dad, and he started to spiral, so much so that he ended up leaving their family. He moved away and ended up dying wherever he moved away to. So obviously he really wasn't there for her or for them anymore after that. And obviously it affected her, and that's why she was in therapy, because he died when she was very young. And Charlie says that he was in therapy in high school because of the situation with his daddy. Like, it was basically like a mediation type thing where they were trying to see if him and Anwar could come to some type of compromise, communication, something. Meanwhile, Charlie is texting Ava, saying like, are you mad at me? Are you coming out to, the crib while we kicking it today? But she's not responding to him. And he is really anxious and nervous about her being upset with him. And what cracked me up is that he was more concerned with Ava being mad at him than the person that he actually offended. Like, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. And the only reason why I think that he was more concerned with Ava being mad at him is because he do like Ava. And like I said, socially, she's more acceptable on paper than Riley. He could take Riley or leave Riley. He don't give a damn about Riley, child. He really honestly could. He don't even respect Riley. He tolerates Riley because she's around. That's literally the only reason why. The only reason why. So, they get to the house, and once again, Anwar's being weird. He says to the girls there, who's better looking, me or Charlie? And everybody was kind of like neither one of you. Like, it was really weird. And I was like, it's given very much he's in competition with his son, and that he likes to make him look stupid. He likes embarrassing his son, but not in a funny way like dads do. It's like literally embarrass him and make him look small. So then at some point we see them walking and talking, and Anwar asks Charlie, like, what are you going to do with yourself? Like, what's the next step? What are we doing? And he was like, I don't want to talk about that. And Anwar keep on, asking. He was like, I know you don't want to talk about it, but we need to have these conversations. You're about to be 30 years old. Like, we need to be having these conversations. And he was like, I don't want to talk about this. Like, da-da-da-da-da. And so Anwar was like, I don't have time for your drama. Like, okay, whatever. And he walks off. And we see it's Georgia, Brooks, some girl and Dylan on a porch, and they peep that Anwar and Charlie are kind of like having words, and Georgia says to them, he said something weird the other day. He's like, I can't stay with my dad if my dad doesn't want me there. That's why he gives me my allowance so he doesn't have to deal with me. And I was like, okay. Charlie then comes over to them and was like, yeah, we just got into it. He's annoying me. I don't like when I'm annoyed. It's like, just have a normal conversation with me versus judging my private life. And your private life, you ain't got no private life if you're 29 years old and getting an allowance from your daddy. He got the right to ask you anything he want to ask you. And the fact that he even just left the conversation alone and walked off says a lot, because anybody else would have cussed you the fuck out, because what are you going to do with your life? You are 30 years old. How do you even feel comfortable saying that you're 30, about to be 30, and that you're getting an allowance from your father? God forbid anything happen to your daddy and the money go away. What you gonna do? You have no skills to do anything because you're not applying yourself. Daddy need to cut him off. And not just because of the things that he's saying about his father on this show, which I firmly believe his father's going. The daddy cut him off last week. This week, I'm pretty sure he's most definitely cut off. But Anwar need to cut him off anyway because he too damn old and too entitled. Because what private life, sir? Are you dumb? Huh? So then I was wondering, was Dylan rolling up on these people front porch? And sure enough, he was. So Charlie was like, come on, let's go over here and go smoke that. I'm like, you really bold enough to be rolling up at this boy father's house? Like, even if the daddy said it was cool, I still wouldn't even feel comfortable. Like, what? Ooh, child, weird. Brooks and Seth go to this golf event that Dame is throwing. Ava's there and everything. They was having a real good old time. Dame asked Seth if he wanted to smoke. And here goes Seth Thompson. No, it's a public event, other people basically are here. It's like, if we was in the house, yeah, sure. But, since we're in public, no. And I'm like, Seth, with all the weird shit that you be saying and doing, you smoking weed, nobody is going to care. Nobody. But whatever. Charlie ends up finally meeting with Ava. She finally responded to him. And he apologizes to her for the way that he was acting and tells her that him and Riley actually spoke and that he apologized to Riley as well. And we see the clip where they met up and he was telling Riley that he got mad because he didn't want to be villainized, because that's what his family does to him. And I was like, I can see your family trying to villainize you, but I also see you being a villain. I think that it's the gift and a curse when it comes to you. I think that they probably do try to paint you in a negative light sometimes, but then sometimes I think that you're probably very deserving of that title. Case in point with what happened between you and Riley. And you do have racist tendencies. You do microaggress her. You very well do. So they talk about Ariana, and Ava was like, you like her? He was like, I mean, I might try to F her, if I get the smallest green light, it's up, but I'm not going to like pursue it or anything. And I'm looking at him like, I knew you liked her because you had no reason to be coming at her the way that you was coming at her. It was given very childish, we're on a school playground, a little boy like you, and instead of saying he like you, he pinches you or pulls your hair or teases you. That's exactly what it was given. Like, he's so childish. He looked like Dennis the Menace. But I'm like, what you mean you might try to F her? Like, what makes you think that Ariana would even allow you to F her? Would want you to? Like, you don't even seem like her type. First of all, like, the little dude she with now got way more swag, way more paper than you, like got more going on than you. Like, what? The delusions, okay? Delusions. So Brooke throws his sister Chloe a birthday party. He invites everybody. And Brooks asks Ava if Charlie likes her. And she was like, nah. She was like, I don't know. I think she said no. She was like, in any way, like, even if he did, I look at him like my gay little brother. She was like, no, not at all. And she then tells him how he said he would hook up with Ariana. And Brooks is like, oh my God, like that is crazy. So then they sit down with Amira, who is there with her boyfriend. And Ava says to Amira, did you know that Ariana is a fashion designer? And Amira was like, no, I didn't. And Ava was like, when she told me that, I was a little surprised. And Brooks was like, well, are you saying that in a negative way? Like, and Ava was like, I don't mean it in a negative way. It's just that every time I've seen her, I never thought, oh, she's giving fashion. Do you not agree? And Amira was like, you know, I had friends in high school and college that would say things like that, and it was so effed up. And this goes back to what I was saying to y'all on about last week's episode, that if Amira would have been on that Sprinter van with them when Charlie was, you know, doing Riley the way that he was doing her, she would have most definitely spoke up and had her back and checked him. And that's just the energy that I have gotten from her since I've been following her on TikTok the last few years. But I was so happy that she didn't wait to a confessional or say it to somebody else. I love the fact that she stepped to Ava in her face, because you were being mean and nasty and you was hating on her. And like Amira said in her confessional, why are you dogging somebody that you barely know just to make yourself feel better? Like, you talking about Ariana don't give fashion. Ariana do give fashion. She be cute. Her style is so cute. It's very edgy. It's very much streetwear, New York, almost like it's giving rocker, S&M, leather. It's giving that edgy, you know what I'm saying, downtown New York vibe. Meanwhile, Ava, you're a model and you dress like you get everything from Kohl's. Like, your confessional outfits be trash. Your outfits be trash when y'all going out. Like, we all know you ain't got the paper like that to be talking about nobody's fashions, and you can't dress. You're a pretty girl, but you can't dress. If I had to pick out anything from either one of y'all closets, it would not be from yours. Okay? Like, so that wasn't even your ministry to be even talking about how nobody dress. Like, stop. So Riley, Gia, and Ariana sit with Brooks at one point and ask what was he and Ava talking about, because they was talking for a long time. Mind you, Ava is over on the other end of the couch with some other people. And Brooks is like, I don't want to do this. And they was like, what was y'all talking about? So they keep on asking him. He finally says that Ava said she was surprised you want to start a clothing line. And Ariana was like, what? She was like, you know, got the going off and was like, why don't you go back to the circus with your shorts and your little shirt? And then she goes see her confessional. She's wearing gold sparkly shorts, telling me I have no style. Like, if I wanted to go to Forever 21, I would have. And I love Forever 21, just not the sparkly section. I was like, that's Kim. That was all Kim Zodiac. She sounded just like her mama right then and there. But it was real true tea, because everything that Ava had on looked like it came from Forever 21 or Charlotte Russe. Like, no ma'am. So Ariana was like, I want Ava with the bitch ass attitude. Now, you know that was a play on I want Becky with the good hair. Like, she was being funny, because we all know that quote unquote Becky with the good hair is Ava Dash's mama, Rachel Roy. So Brooke ends up telling Ava that he told Ariana what she said. And she was like, oh my God, like, it wasn't even meant to be serious like that. She was like, but I mean, I will tell her to her face or whatever. It's not a problem. So Ava then goes on to say, you know, every time I've seen her, I didn't think she has the best style for like a fashion designer. And like, she's steady going in. So Gia and Ariana come over and sit down with them, and Ariana sits right next to Ava. And Ava know what's about to go down, and she turned and said, are you okay? I do got to give it to her. She wasn't no punk about the situation. And Ariana was like, are you? And I said, oh, okay. She said, why are you coming for my clothing line that you don't even know about? And then we're left off on a cliffhanger. And I was like, okay, the girls are fighting. I like the fact that neither one of them backed down from the other. I do appreciate the fact that Ava didn't have a problem broaching the subject. She didn't run from the situation. I do think that she was being shady. She was being messy, talking about her and her, the way she dresses and all of that type of stuff. It was very unnecessary. It just was mean girl behavior, very childish. But this was another good episode of Next Gen NYC. I really am enjoying this show. I really, truly am. And I'm enjoying this group of people. My only qualm with the show is next season, I want to see somebody else that is a person of color like Riley. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's not racially ambiguous like Ava and Amira. I want another black girl or black guy on the show because Riley needs that support. But I'm really enjoying this show a lot. I'm going to give this week's episode a B+. It was really good. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode down below in the comment section. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.